Oh god, it's even the sad music. Oh, and he had a bad night's sleep. Well, we're on autopilot today, I guess. I put on my uniform mechanically, do schoolwork mechanically, eat my lunch mechanically. I'm basically a robot. Reply to my teachers mechanically, and thus when the final bell rings, I still feel as though I just woken up. My mind feels blank and overcrowded at the same time, and I can't even begin to unravel the tangle of feelings I've gotten myself into. Feelings are bad. I spend the bus trip downtown staring out the window, thinking about these things. Is that mechanical too? As a result, by the time I climb the stairs to the Altair floors above Sai's gallery, Sai, I don't know anymore. I'm feeling completely exhausted. Rin? Expecting awkwardness, I quietly knock on the door before entering. I spot Rin at the center of the small, clear area in the room, working on a painting. She doesn't acknowledge my arrival in any way. Hi, I came as promised. Hello. Rin snaps her head to my direction immediately. Was she waiting for me to say something? And locks that cold green gaze of hers on me. Although I'm sure my own face can't hide my feelings, Rin's expression is as expectant and neutral as always. Every time. The clouded, slightly absent-minded darkness in her eyes is like a wall standing between me and her. It's like the first awkward silence between us that is actually truly awkward. I mean, remember what happened last time? I mean, yesterday both of us said something we couldn't take back, and there's no way it could be undone. I want to say something, but Rin forbade me from doing so. I can't even begin to guess what she's thinking, but I'm feeling the pressure of her lightless eyes on me, compelling me to break the silence without saying the thing I most want to say. And to my horror, I find that I can't find any way to start a conversation. It's as if I've completely lost the ability to speak with her. Ooh. Man, I've been there before. Just keep working if you're in the middle of something. I'll just sit down here. Aw. Rin nods wordlessly at me and picks up the brush from the floor with the toes of her right foot. I sink into a war-torn. We don't know. There might have been a war that took place in this Altair. I sink into a worn-out sofa, picking up a book from my bag and opening it to where I stopped last night. Not that you're gonna... You even said it, look! Not even that you're gonna be able to... I can't really concentrate on it, but it's better than doing nothing. The two of us are so close to each other, together in the same room even, and yet we're both off doing our own things as if we're miles apart. I can't help but wonder about this unnatural situation. Why did I come here? Because she asked me to do so yesterday, of course. However, it looks like there's absolutely no need for me to actually be here. She likes you around, buddy. It makes me feel awkward at first, but as I recall the previous silences I've quietly passed with Rin, I settle down and try to tune into the same comfortable mood I was in back then. Time stretches, then slows down. The pages of my book rustle each time I turn them. After maybe half an hour, or an hour at most, Rin breaks the silence. Rin? To my surprise, complete surprise. Hisao. Yeah? Are you my friend? Yes? It's an echo of yesterday. I know it. So, even Rin couldn't just push it aside from her mind. Caught off guard, I answer honestly. Jesus Christ, what a... I don't... Yeah, of course I am. Don't worry about stuff like that. Come on now, like... Come on, Rin. What do you mean? Okay. Oh, she doesn't say anything further. I feel happy somehow. Alright, I don't... Several chapters later, I mark my spot, close the book, and put it away in my bag. Getting up from the sofa, I see that Rin's made considerable progress on her painting. I mean, to me it looked like it was already finished, but hey, what do I know? I take a look at it for a bit. It's still not quite finished, I suppose. Looks great. It's bad luck to comment on unfinished paintings. Ah, well. Well, shit, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. Okay, that was weird. I thought I saw... hold on. Am I insane? Wait. Okay, no. My brain just died there for a second. I thought I saw Rin naked for, like, the briefest moment. And, when her sprite faded out, I was like, what the fuck? That's weird, but that didn't actually happen. It's just my brain playing tricks on me. Or maybe my brain just wants to see Rin naked for some reason. After that, I quietly leave the studio and catch the bus, taking me back to school. Dude, I don't know how to feel. It'll get better. It'll get better. God, I hope it does. Oh God, why is it black and white? Life settles into some vague, undefined norm. I visit Rin whenever I can, but each time is as strange as the first. They consist mainly of me watching Rin at work or just reading a book on the couch while she works. We barely talk at all. Long, quiet evenings stretch over the last weeks of June. I sit on the couch in the atelier, listening to the quiet rustle of Rin's brush and my own heartbeat. Oh God, trying to make sense of the former and forget about the latter. I am a silent visitor in this place. A ghost. I was gonna say, we're basically like a spirit or something. Do you talk to spirits there? At some point, I start thinking that my presence is meaningful to Rin somehow, but never end up asking her about it. I don't bring up the forbidden topic anymore either, and try to stop thinking about it altogether. I bet you she's gonna bring it up again. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. It's hard to do so, and doesn't get any easier with the passage of time. My heart aches every time I look at the awkward figure of the girl I decided I liked, yet who refuses to acknowledge it. Feels bad. I still can't seem to find the right words to talk to her about anything at all, but I find quiet solace in observing her from nearby. The distance between us doesn't feel that huge when I can be close to her, even if it's like this. Rin works like a demon. There's barely a moment when she's without a brush between her toes or not walking in circles around her current work in progress, estimating it from every angle and distance. She seems to be completely taken over by her work, to change herself into the sort of artist she believes would be worthy of trust, or of the trust Nomiya and Sai have placed on her. I don't know. Piles of sketches, works in progress, tubes of oil paint, and brushes slowly begin to crowd the small atelier, making it even messier than it was before Rin acquired the right to use it. I offer to help her clean every now and then, but each time she refuses. Nah, it's fine. It's organized chaos. It dawns on me that, in her mind, the room is not in utter chaos. Rather, her system of keeping track of everything is so elaborate only Rin herself can make sense of it. Rin about, like, everything. She knows exactly where everything is, from the tiniest brush to that half-empty tube of crimson that's the perfect shade for some picture in progress. Rin walks from one painting to another, looking at them as if not remembering that she just made them. She talks to herself or to the paintings, even when I'm present, always just quietly enough that I can't make out the words. Ah, that's me. I talk to myself. It's basically what I do when I'm recording. I just talk to myself like a crazy person. Every day, Rin pours herself onto the canvas for hours on end, squeezing every last bit of her ability and even her soul to make good on the promise that she made to me, or to herself. Black marks appear beneath her eyes. Uh-oh, a sure sign that she's skipping sleep in favor of painting. Well, you shouldn't do that. Like, Rin, you don't need to skip out on sleep. I'm somewhat surprised to see her at school a few times. I never go to and say hello, though, as I somehow feel it would it would break the silent magic of the evenings we share at the atelier. Sometimes Sai comes by when I'm there. She gives me a certain kind of look when she shows up. What kind of look? What are you trying to say? You want to fight? I think she doesn't like that I'm always hanging out with Rin up here. I gotta make sure you guys don't use her. Fuck you. But she never says a word about it. Just gets so defensive. She isn't quite as full of praise for Rin's work as Nomiya, but as visibly impressed nonetheless. Okay. However, when she turns her eyes from the beautiful works of art to look upon the little red-headed girl that made them, a sudden, deep sadness floats onto the surface of her expression. What do you mean? Oh God, it just went... I can't explain it, and she never talks about it. What the fuck does that mean? Wee woo? Space Marines? Alright. June turns into July. Well, then that's where my birthday is. Almost without warning. End of term exams loom dangerously close, but all I can think of is Rin. I feel like a sleepwalker at school, looking forward only to the next time I get to visit that silent place above Sai's gallery. After Rin refuses my attempts at directly helping with her work, I try to figure out other ways to help. It finally dawns on me that she isn't eating properly. God fucking damn it. Rin, you're not sleeping, you're not eating. God damn it, you don't have Emmy to take care of you. My course of action decided. I stop at the convenience store before going to catch the bus downtown on my next visit to the studio. What'd I get for her? I feel very energetic as I open the door to the atelier and greet Rin. I brought you some fruit. Oh, ooh, you need vitamins and actual food after all. Do you even eat up here? I do eat. If I didn't eat, I couldn't paint. Well, then why don't you eat a couple of these? And she's right, though. If she didn't eat, she can't paint. I shake the bag full of ripe oranges in my hand in a ploy to tempt Rin into taking a break. To my surprise, she actually lays her brush down and walks over to me to see what I'd bought. Her expression doesn't change at all when she looks into the bag. Hey, she actually went up to us. I can't eat oranges, Hisao. It doesn't work very well with feet. Ah, shit. That's alright, I'll do it. Of course I knew that. She told me herself, after all. I extract the tiny fruit knife I had with me and select one of the round fruits. After making the initial cut, I begin to peel it with my fingers. The strong scent of cut orange, rind immediately, orange rind, thank you brain, immediately fills the air as thousands of tiny droplets of oil burst from the skin. I remove the first section of the hard peel and shoot a glance at Rin. So, how's work going? I don't know. It's like I'm in the center of some huge mountain of jelly and have to dig my way out. That sounds actually pretty stressful. Fucking horrible, actually. I think it might be. Even though it's just painting. All this, everything feels really strange. I wonder if Rin's the kind of person who likes to carefully remove all the white, fibrous stuff from the oranges before eating them. Why would you even do that? That sounds like a pain in the ass. Or the more careless type who just eats them as they come. Maybe neither. I'm the former type, so I meticulously clean the orange. God damn it. The orange slices one by one while Rin watches the process with mild curiosity. I realize that I don't have the faintest idea about her likes or dislikes, or any of the other little details that make up the concept of a person for those around him. It's like this all the time. I haven't learned much about her at all. What a relationship we've had. Once I've finished lamenting that fact, I realize I've cleaned the entire orange and neatly split it into slices. Man, that's too much fucking work. You know why I don't eat oranges? Because of this. It's a pain in the ass. If they're already sliced, you're damn right you eat them. Well, also the acid reflux. It doesn't help. But anyway, I hold a slice up, bringing it closer to Rin so she can pick it up. Here. What am I like? Oh, I'm actually feeding her. She takes it directly between her lips and then into her mouth hole. Her lower lip briefly brushes against my fingertip. That's like an indirect finger kiss or something. Rin chews the slice carefully, savoring it as much as possible. Oh, ooh. I became fixated on the movements of her jaw. The trickle of juice glistening on her lip. The way her throat moves when she swallows the orange slice. Jesus Christ, buddy. After I realize what I'm doing, I turn away, feeling slightly embarrassed about watching her intently. Even though that's literally what he does every time he comes here. It's not the same as it usually is. What, the orange? Painting. Oh. Well, is anything like that ever the same? It is sometimes, I think. I don't know what, though. I might be starting to paint differently soon, if this goes on. Well, wouldn't that be just the change you keep talking about? She thinks about it, blinking her eyes a few times nervously. For a moment, absolutely nothing happens. As if time itself did a double take. We stare at each other in silence. Only that faint, tangy scent of orange floating between us, and the muffled sounds of traffic in the background. Then I pick up another slice and hold it to her. She takes it from me with her mouth, just like the first one. I didn't think it would be like this. Oh, well, keep going and see what happens. It's not like you can do anything else. Yeah, it's the only thing I can do. I don't know, man. After that, she says nothing more. In the ensuing silence, I feed Rin the rest of the orange, one slice at a time. Then I peel another for her, which she eats as well. The third I eat myself. And the rest are left in their plastic bag, which I put on a small desk next to the couch. Oh! She stands up and returns to her painting with strange look in her eyes that I haven't seen before. Like most of her expressions, it's completely unreadable. Even if I asked, she wouldn't explain what it means. Okay. I guess I'll fade away. Next part. Dude. Oh, hello? Some days later, I spot Rin and Sai standing together in front of the gallery. As I walk down the street toward the gallery. They seem to be talking to each other while Sai has a smoke. I just realized you actually do have a... Yeah. Brain. Cigarette. That's what... When your brain just doesn't function, sounds about right. Good afternoon, ladies. I say this even though it's not really afternoon anymore. I came a bit later than usual since I got caught up in doing homework. It's gonna be real dark soon. Hello there, Hisao. Could come to visit the little kitten again. I don't like that she calls her that. I don't know, it's weird. What if someone called you little kitten? And wasn't in like I don't know. Rin makes a face in at the nickname. I guess she doesn't like it. See? Ironically, The way she wrinkles her nose, like that really does make her look a bit like a cat. Hello. Sai turns back to Rin to continue the conversation they were having. So in other words, everything is going well? Enough? Rin makes a difficult expression and turns her face away from me for some reason. It's difficult. It's like I'm missing something, but I will do it. I'm like, work hard and it'll be fine. I'm going to have to start working on my part of the preparations. I need to do a sales catalog, invitations, decorations, advertisement, and so on. I need the names of your works, and we also need to think up of the general theme for the exhibition. It's fucking weird, that's the theme. They don't have anything like that. I'm not very good with words, so I don't use them. Me. I ain't good with words. if I cannot use them. Sometimes I have to, but I think this is not a time like that at all. You don't like naming your works? I don't like it. Well, I guess it's hard to come up with a good name for something like this. It's like coming up with a title for videos. I know how that feels. Rin shakes her head vehement. Fuck! No, it's not like that. It's like if I paint a cloud and call it an octopus, people will think about it differently than if I paint a cloud and call it the end of the world. You know what? You're right on that one. Every name is wrong. Nothing ever explains what I feel like when I make a painting. It's not a word thing. The only thing that would hold on. The only thing would be to come up with new words for everything, but would it help at all? No, I don't think so. Then the paintings would go with just unnamed number 1, 2, so on. It's a bit inconvenient, but that's no good. Unnamed means that you just didn't come up with a good name, and unnamed is like a name, like the Greek guy with the sheep and all. Sai thinks for a while, furrowing her brow as she keeps looking at Rin's serious face. She's like, God, why do I gotta deal with you? But you're about to make me loads of money. So you're saying your artwork should be completely without labels? I think that's what I'm saying. Sai lets out a dry laugh, the kind old ladies who smoke too much always seem to end up with. I don't even... Let's hope your art will never end up in a museum. The curators would explode. She takes a contemplative puff of her cigarette, which has worn down not much more than the butt. Then she drops it into an ashtray affixed to the wall next to the door. Why is it like right outside? I mean, actually that makes sense, never mind. Then again, it could work. How you mean? This namelessness, this rejection of labels, it works. It's a good unifying theme, and something people can grasp onto easily. Allows for a lot of room for interpretation. It gives a good impression. I guess. Think about it. All sorts of associations can be made, starting from identity and self-definition, all the way to whatever you want to think about it. We could call your exhibition Nameless and build it on that theme. How does that sound? Come on, Rin. You're gold. Rin thinks about this for a while. I'm not sure how Sai managed to get so fired up by Rin's reluctance to apply names to her works. It feels like she might be extrapolating too much, but it's a pretty impressive sounding idea. I don't think that's a bad idea. Well, for what it's worth, I have to say it sounds pretty good to me too. Not that my opinion matters much at all. What the fuck was that? Sai reaches into her pocket for another cigarette. Oh, that was the lighter. Lighting it with a neon green butane lighter. Her forehead wrinkles, and she rubs it as she appears to furiously think more on this idea. She doesn't say a word for a bit, but every now and then she takes a sharp drag from the cigarette. Yes, I think this would work out pretty nicely. I'm going to take this as the starting point and work from there. I'm going to work on this. You go back upstairs and try to find your missing ingredient. I'm sure it'll come to you sooner or later. Maybe I am the secret ingredient. It was love and friendship all along. Rin doesn't reply, so Sai takes one last long puff of her cigarette and drops it in the tray to join the others of its kind. The gallery owner turns to head back inside, but it is stopped by Rin just as she reaches for the door handle. Oh, Sai. Oh, what is it, kitten? Why are you asking that? No, I don't want you. No. Rin, please. Man, can I have some cigarettes? She looks at Rin incredulously, clearly not having expected such a direct request. Not that I did either. Okay, I guess you're just giving them to her like a responsible adult. God damn it! Okay. Don't tell your teacher. She stuffs the packet in Rin's pocket along with the neon green lighter. Okay, maybe Rin's gonna use it for like artsy things. I don't fucking know, dude. How do you use cigarettes for art? I mean, anything's art, right? Like, the day is already folding into dusk when we climb up the dark stairs leading up to what is now basically Rin's Altair. As we go inside, Rin doesn't seem to be able to settle down. She keeps pacing around the room like a caged animal, looking through the skylight at the Ron Burgundy colored dusk. The last light of the sun's advance across the sky reflects from the clouds floating over the town, filling every corner of the atelier with blazing orange light. So is the painting going well? Dude, she's stressed out of her fucking mind. Maybe that's truly why she needed the cigarettes. Not that I really understand. I don't know how smoking, drinking, that shit, like, is stress relief. I don't understand. Like, it makes everything fucking worse in the long run, doesn't it? I don't. She blinks, then relaxes her muscles. I didn't even realize how tensed up she was until now. Not really. I haven't painted in 3 days. Oh, I'm going in squares. It's circles. I was gonna say that. If you say so. Maybe she's going in squares. I tried doing things a bit differently, but it doesn't work. And now the old way doesn't work either. I need something more. It's not enough like this. Is that what the cigarettes are for? Rin's response gives me pause, since as usual I can't exactly understand what she means. Although really, I shouldn't have expected anything else. She either says nothing at all or just too much. Trying to comprehend and follow her train of thought feels like wading through the jungles of Borneo, equipped with a wooden spoon and a map of Hokkaido. It's annoying how her thoughts are both laid out in plain sight and hidden from view every time she opens her mouth. What more? You said that to Sai as well. A missing ingredient? What? Rin, no! I think I had to destroy myself. What? Okay. That sounds pretty grim. Unnecessarily so. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Rin's shoulders slump and she turns to face me directly. I have to change. Well, you don't have to fucking just self-destruct. I've tried, but this is not enough yet. I have to destroy myself first, I think. Okay, just to be clear, you're like speaking metaphorically, right? Like Like learning to paint from scratch again or whatever, so to speak. I don't think she... She shrugs her shoulders as if there's no difference. There's no difference. What do you mean? So you're going to start by smoking a cigarette for inspiration? Maybe. I've never tried this before. Have you? No, can't say that I have. Still, I'm not really sure if having a smoke is the best starting point. She responds to my words with another nonchalant shrug. I open the cigarette pack and look inside. It's almost full. Smoking's bad for you. But that's the idea here, I guess. Hisao, I will end you if you... you... Stop her! Yes, I need to do something. I want to paint. I need something more. But you... Okay, fine. What's after smoking a cigarette then? How do you intend to destroy yourself then, huh? Rin thinks for a split second, averting her gaze like she always does when she doesn't want to get distracted. What do you mean? What do you mean you'll decide later? I don't know yet. I'll decide later. Rin bends down to pick out a cigarette from the end. She raises her head with one between her lips and turns to me, eyebrows curved into two arcs, challenging me to respond. They actually did put the cigarette on her Sprite. Just like Sai. With a sigh of resignation, because I am a terrible person, I pick up the lighter and raise it to meet the cigarette. I can feel Rin's warm breath against my quivering hand. Oh, God. The flame flickers to life on the third strike of the flint, and I try to aim the dancing fire at the end of the cigarette. An amber-colored glow spreads into the wrapping paper and tobacco as Rin inhales the first smoke. It seems to relax her significantly. I don't know how. You're going to start coughing like crazy in a second. Dude, I'm going to be the one that has to, actually take it out of her damn mouth. Well, I mean, to my surprise, she doesn't cough. What? Despite telling me that she's a first-timer. Okay. Rin seems to remember that it's hard to blow out the smoke without spitting the cigarette out as well. She's gonna do it herself, okay. She quickly sits down on the floor, bringing her foot to her lips like a circus contortionist, and expertly picks the filter between two toes. I get down on the floor as well, and we both lie down almost simultaneously, while Rin blows a steady stream of smoke toward the dim sky beyond the glass of the skylight, looking at it thoughtfully. This is us now. Having, existential crises. The thin haze of steely blue smoke slithers toward the ceiling in the fish-like movements. Oh, he sees it? It billows in the stagnant air of the atelier, twisting and turning around its own immaterial body until it dissipates in thin air. What's the word for smoke that looks like that? There's no word for that. We should come up with one. Maybe. Rin takes another quick experimental drag. It's not very tasty. Feels like I'm inhaling the dust lying on top of a forgotten book about the memories of a dead kingdom. Do you want to try? Not really. My hesitation unintentionally surfaces again, making me freeze in the face of a rather trivial and commonplace challenge. Well, I still don't want to do it. Rin's ability to take everything so coolly is something I'm a bit jealous of. Alright, okay, guess we're doing this too. Yeah, take a drag of that. How's that for you? Taking it from her, I have a drag on it, fighting against the sudden choking feeling in my lungs as they fill with smoke. To my embarrassment, I fail, wheezing and hacking my lungs out. Yeah, like a fucking normal person does when they smoke the first time. I feel flustered, but maybe I haven't lost too much face in Rin's eyes. Here, take it back. It's less unpleasant on the second try, but I still pass the cigarette back to Rin. We're like a pair of budding delinquents in middle school, sneaking their first smoke out of the sight of their teachers and parents. Well, I suppose it's not like. That's exactly what we are, except not middle, you know. After a while, the cigarette has shrunk most of the way down to the filter. Or down the filter, you know what I'm, god damn it. Rin is still looking quietly out the skylight. With her looking out there, the silence inside the atelier seems to deepen even more. Are the cogs of creativity turning behind those eyes right now? Do another one. What do you mean? Oh, okay. I mechanically pick another cigarette, light it, and place it on Rin's lips. She takes a few quick puffs and moves it awkwardly around with her lips. Back up. Not understanding her garbled words, I glance over at Rin. It looks like she's having trouble with this cigarette. It's mine now. I pick the cigarette from her lips and place it on mine. Abandoning common sense and good reason while I do so. It's like we're fucking... It's literally like what the people do when they smoke the weed, as the kids would say. That's not... They just pass it around. The first one should have been enough for me, but I take another drag, still coughing a little at the unpleasant sensation of smoke just invading my respiratory organs. I remember doing something like this before. So you have smoked. Doesn't look like it, though. Nah. Lying on my back and looking at the sky with you. Oh. See, yeah, that's what we did. The sky on the other side of the glass is slowly growing darker. It's unreachably high, even if the shimmering smoke seems to make it closer. I return the cigarette back to Rin's mouth. It feels bad somehow. The space between us, less than an arm's reach, is still there. It's the distance between us, the immeasurably wide chasm of thoughts and feelings that separate us with graver certainty than even light years of physical distance could. By saying the right words, there might be a way to make that chasm narrower, even if just a little. Oh God. I try to cross that gap with one big step. Marin turns me back. I glance at her out the corner of my eye. Rin is staring upward through the smoke-filled ceiling and the skylight at the darkening sky above. It's almost like she's sleeping, even though I know she isn't. Her eyes are open, as is her mouth. I take the cigarette from Rin before it falls on her cheek. She doesn't react to my touch in any way. So this is where we are now. I wonder if we can ever be closer than this. Let me take a quick drag of this. Hold on. I take a drag of the cigarette and blow a thin stream of smoke upwards. These indirect kisses are the only things that connect us right now. The taste of Rin's lips on the filter mixed with the ashen taste of smoke. Her soft lips against my fingers as I press the cigarette into her mouth, as if she was placing kisses on them. Yeah. The ash softly falling on the floor between us like snow. As the second cigarette is being finished off, I'm already lighting a third one. Fuck it, we'll just do the whole pack today. And the only thing breaking the stillness of the atelier is the inaudible sound of smoke floating toward the first stars blinking overhead. Light nausea hits me by the fourth or fifth cigarette. Before long, the shape of the waxing moon appears in the skylight, shedding her wan light down on us. It'll be a full moon in a few days. It'd be nice to be able to fly. Dude, I'd rather teleport around. I flinch after realizing it was my own voice that gave birth to that remark. The bastard child of the almost inebriating smoke and tiredness. You can't? Well, You can? Sometimes I feel like it, like I can do anything. I wish I felt like that too sometimes. I wonder if she hears the bitterness seeping into my words. The vicious cycle of unrequited feelings is poisoning me, even now. I try to push the grim thoughts aside. My efforts meet with little success as my mind keeps swirling around what ifs and if onlys. Watching the moon slowly creeping higher, I realize that a long time has passed since I came here. Well, yeah, look, it's fucking dark out. You have the fucking stars out and everything. It sobers me somewhat, but also reminds me of the sad status quo we're in right now. It's late. I'd better get back to school. Let me just get up. I stand up to leave, but Rin shows no signs of rising up from the floor. She lies inanimate, as though all life had been sapped from her. Little wisps of smoke float about her. Memories of the cigarette we shared. Or cigarettes. I grasp her by the short and thin arm and try to pull her up. Well, maybe she wanted to be down there. To my surprise, she complies. Okay. And stands up with some help from me. I notice how little Rin weighs, as if she were made of feathers. Are you going to stay here overnight? She lives here. I have to. I haven't painted much in 3 days. I have to find out how I can start painting. Maybe the smoke helps. Just take a break? She's been doing that for 3 days. That's no good. I have to do it. If I can't paint anymore, I will be destroyed for real. Maybe you're just burnt out. Yeah, you've been working pretty hard. That would be bad. I wonder if this is the end for me. I wonder if this is it for me. I wanted to see how far I can go. Maybe this is it. The end. You just have artist block. It's not a big deal. Everyone gets that. That's the word for when you can't paint, right? I mean, I've had that before. Never like this, though. I pick up a brush, then I want to put it down right away. And then I do. 3 days. It's like I've forgotten how to paint. I didn't think that was possible. Like, more impossible than Emmy growing wings and a tail. Wait, what? Why is Emmy growing wings and... You need a break. I mean, I get what that you're trying to go deeper inside yourself for your paintings, but it's not that healthy to stay inside your own head for too long. I glance at the sky, visible through the window. A couple of stars are weakly twinkling above the city. They remind me of something I used to do once upon a time. It feels so horribly long ago. Come on, let's go outside. Where? Just for a walk. I'll show you my secret place. I don't know if it works in this town, but we can try. In any case, you do need a break and probably something to eat. Come on. You need to get your thoughts away from this for a while. When they're troubled, most people escape from their unhappy lives into a world of fantasy. I did that before, and I still do today. Reading books endlessly, immersing myself in their world rather than my own. It's what I do, but I just love doing that. It's not because I have any problems. Rin's escape should be the other way around, though. Out of her inner world and into the real. Rin doesn't look happy about this, but I ignore her. At least she's somewhat cooperative, walking after me as we head down the stairs and then down to the sidewalk. Oh man, I kind of want to say where he's taking her for next time. That's so weird. She really is. We really are gonna do the opposite, huh? Bring her into the actual world because she's so trying to reach so far inside herself. Man, I've never been that far inside myself. That's talking like super deep. Jesus Christ. I'm about to have an existential crisis from this goddamn route. What are you doing to me, game?